Welcome to Lessons in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel here with my beautiful co-host Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we have our Christine, Elizabeth, and Sunny,
Yep.
and our Charlie Charming Coons running around somewhere. But he's there. We're going to go ahead and get started going into our hearts. So, Karen, I'm turning it over to you.
Okay, so let's just take a few moments to slow down our breath, to use this time to enter into timeless, eternal bliss. And let's just let ourselves take a few moments to use the power of our mind to quiet the mind. Setting the intention to be still. And letting ourselves wander away from the busyness of the mind, using our imagination. Let's see a beautiful spiral staircase that brings us into our heart space. Every step that we take, let your shoulders relax more. Let every muscle in your body be completely comforted as you walk down these stairs. Every step taking away all concerns, all worries, all issues, all ailments, all ideas, all idols, all images, and letting yourself just enter in to the absolute. Where there is no past and no future, and you can rest as eternal presence, eternal joy, eternal love. And you can let that time be peaceful and gentle, letting your entire I have to put this on pause for a minute. Sorry about that. So let yourself feel that. Eternal presence. Letting yourself just gently come back into this moment, but carrying that feeling of eternal presence, carrying that feeling of eternal joy, and letting yourself just relax into the knowledge that all is well, all is love, all is light, all is eternal. And I bless the world because I bless myself, is what we are discussing tonight. And hello, Miss Gracie. I'm so happy to see you're here.
Hello, Gracie.
Yes, hi. I'm here. Thank you.
So glad you're here for this beautiful lesson. I bless the world because I bless myself. Isn't that beautiful? Because so many times we ask for blessings for the world, but we forget to bless ourselves first. That it's important to fill up our own cup so that we have something to give to others. And to me, that's what this is saying. That's the whole gist of it, is when we take care of ourselves and do the self-care that we know is needed and then give the self-love, then we have a heart full that we can give to others. I love that. So, anybody want to share anything from today, your blessings, or what you got from this lesson, or maybe how you blessed yourself?
I lucky that I got new a pair of the pajamas say Barbie on it, and I am very impressed. And the new Barbie movie came out,
Good.
and I want to see it with Erica, hoping seeing it another week, hoping to see the Barbie movie. I will manifest it.
Good for you, Christine. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I love this lesson too. It was really, and the thing about lilies on the altar really, really, oh God. I got my lilies on the altar.
Oh, look at that. You sure do.
Yeah, I just remembered it when we came on, and that's why I had to go outside and cut them down. I'm like, oh, I got beautiful lilies to put on the altar. So I'm like, they're outside, and I can enjoy them in here. So
Hmm.
yeah, they dance like.
It's the beauty of flowers, isn't it, Charlie?
Yeah, they dance. The little things on the.
Yeah.
It's like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. They're beautiful.
Anyhow, yeah. So that's why I went and got my lilies. I said, oh, lilies on the altar, and they smell so really nice. It's like wow. I didn't know they smelled that good.
They do.
But anyway, yeah. It's it was very, very good to sit in that today. I really connected with this lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. How about you, Gracie? Anything you'd like to share?
Just glad that I'm here and just listening to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So glad you're here. So good to hear your beautiful voice.
Thank you.
All right, so I want to read just a little bit from the insights. It is helpful to ask myself, what beliefs am I holding on to that are not true? Holy Spirit, help me recognize these beliefs. Shine your light on them, and they will fall away. And we can look at those false beliefs with gentle laughter. I can then see that I do not need these silly beliefs. They do not help me, and they never did. I love that thought of laughing at the things that we used to think were so important and so huge, and maybe we were standing stubbornly and say that it's the way it is, and it's really not. So it's good to have that reflection and to look and see what can go out the window and what we want to hold on to. I thought I wanted separation. I thought it would bring me something that I wanted. I thought it would bring me something more than I already had. I thought it would be an exciting new adventure. But the truth is, I still remain as part of God and never left. This recognition is a blessing to myself. And as I bless myself, I bless the world because I know the same truth is about my brother also. We are all still enfolded and encompassed in God's love. Everyone's identity is still love as part of God. As in a hologram, every part contains the whole. This is God's blessing, and it remains eternally true. Illusion recognized must disappear. I don't have to accept suffering because it is simply a false idea not to be taken seriously. I just love this lesson so much. The teaching that we can examine at any point in
You.
time our belief system. We can say, does that still work for me? That's what I ask. Does that belief still work for me? Does it sit right inside of me? Do I resonate with it? Am I aligning with it? Or is that something I can toss out the window and say, be gone? I don't believe that way anymore because I have more insight from God and only love is real. So it's really a beautiful lesson, I think. What about you, Karen?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I love that we, get to have this understanding that, it was all a mistake, that it's one problem, one solution. It was all a mistake. It never happened. The illusion never happened. We've never been separate. And now we can just laugh at how silly it is that we believed that we could be separate from everything and
Right,
that we could replace nothing, and think that nothing was going to replace everything, and take little corners and separate them to say, this is mine, this is my corner, this is my stuff, and this is where I'm going to feel safe in this space, and actually think that that's going to work. And I mean, it's so silly. It just makes me giggle every time. And now I am so grateful, like what you were saying, that I can just giggle at it. And I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I've been giggling about this my whole life. I have not believed any of this, and I have tried my hardest to convince all the people around me that we are all one.
yeah,
And nobody in my own little constellation sees things the way I see them, and that's okay. And that's what I just need to be okay with. And we I think the greatest freedom that we have is when we bless ourselves, we're blessing all. So when we are thinking about, say, Auntie Jean right now, when I do an activation and I'm thinking about her and any of her ailments that she's facing, that she's dealing with, I'm doing that for all creation, for all people who are suffering right now, for all the people who are in the experience of being in any kind of pain. I'm That's so beautiful to me that we have that capability, because we believed that we had to do like one person at a time. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. And I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing. But really, when you're sending anything, you're blessing everyone at once. So I love this lesson, how it really just grabs us and kind of shakes us and says, this is what, and when it says, my favorite part, I said this last night too, my favorite part that it says here is, protect all things that you value by the act of giving them away, and you are sure that you will never lose them. Now, that to me is the most powerful message. What is the most valuable thing that we can give? Our love. And if we can give it and continually give it without any expectations, without any demands, without any hope of it coming back to us, without any conditions placed on it, then we let go of the fear, complete fear of losing it ever, because you can't lose something that you give. So I love that.
It comes back tenfold. So.
It's not about what comes back. It's not about what comes back. It's about the fact that we have overabundance to give.
Yeah.
It's not about what people return to us. It's not about how people respond to our love. It's about just expressing it and expanding it and extending it and radiating it.
Right.
See, I believed that false belief that it's, the law of giving and receiving. And I believed that was a real law, but it's not. Giving and receiving are one in truth. They're all the same. It's not what I give in hopes to what I get back.
Yeah, because then you're giving with an agenda.
Yeah, no agenda.
And it has to be unconditional and
Yeah,
not expect anything in return.
no agenda. And if somebody does give something, in a wonderful surprise, we can just be grateful for that, not expecting anything, but grateful for the experience. But when we just know that we are perfect love and we are the absolute oneness and there isn't anything missing in us, then we're not looking for anything from anybody else. And that's, to me, knowing that we are all one. Because if I'm looking for something from somebody who's outside of me, there's nobody outside of me.
Right. Well, I think this is an amazing lesson. I loved it myself. And yeah, it just feels warm and fuzzy. We do feel good when we give and when we
And they
bless
just
the
keep
world.
building on this same premise, the same message. This message that we're going into for 188 is the same thing. It's like the peace of God is shining in us, and all we're meant to do with that shine is to radiate it and share it. And because it's overflowing, all we want to do is share it, right? It's the false self who believes something's missing and that we're incomplete, that thinks that, oh, I'm going to give this and see what I'm going to get. Or what can I get? So the peace of God is shining in me now. This is a powerful lesson. Why wait for heaven? Those who seek the light are merely covering their eyes. The light in them now, enlightenment, is but a recognition, not a change at all. Light is not of the world, yet you who bear the light in you are alien here as well. The light came with you from your native home and stayed with you because it is your own. It is the only thing you bring with you from the source. It shines in you because it lights your home. and leads you back to where it came from, and you are at home. This light cannot be lost. Why wait to find it in the future or believe that it has been lost already or was never there? It can so easily be looked upon that arguments which prove it is not there become ridiculous. Who can deny the presence of what he beholds in him? It is not difficult to look within, for there our vision starts. There is no sight, be it of dreams or from a truer source, that is not but the shadow of the seen through inward vision. Their perception starts and there it ends. It has no source but this. The peace of God is shining in you now, and from your heart extends around the world. It pauses to caress each living thing and leaves a blessing with it that remains forever and forever. What it gives must be eternal. It removes all thoughts of the ephemeral and valueless. It brings renewal to all tired hearts and lights all vision as it passes by. All of its gifts are given to everyone, and everyone unites in giving thanks to you who give and you who have received. The shining in your mind reminds the world of what it has forgotten, and the world restores the memory to you as well. From your freedom radiates the gifts beyond measure, given and returned. To you, the giver of the gift, does God Himself give thanks. And these blessings does the light in you shine brighter, adding to the gifts that you have offered to the world. The peace of God can never be contained. Who recognizes it within must give it, and the means for giving it are in this understanding. He forgives because he recognized the truth in him. The peace of God is shining in you now and in all living things. In quietness is it acknowledged universally, for what your inward vision looks upon is your perception of the universe. Sit quietly and close your eyes. The light within you is sufficient. It alone has power to give the gift of sight to you. Exclude the outer world and let your thoughts fly to the peace within. They know the way. For honest thoughts, untainted by the dream of worldly things outside yourself, become the holy messengers of God. These thoughts you think with Him, they recognize their home, and they point surely to their source, where God the Father and all children are one. God's peace is shining on them, but they must remain with you as well, for they were born in your mind. They heed the voice of love when you refuse to listen, and they urge you to gently accept the word for what you are instead of the fantasies and shadows that you have believed you were. They remind you that you are co-creator of all things that live. For as the peace of God is shining in you, it shines in all. We practice coming nearer to the light in us today. We take our wandering thoughts and gently bring them back where they fall in line with the thoughts we share with presence. We will not let them stray. We let the light within our minds direct us home. We have betrayed our thoughts, ordering them and asking them to depart from us. But now we call them back and wash them clean of strange desires and disordered wishes. We restore to them the innocence of our inheritance. Thus are our minds restored with this, and we acknowledge the peace of God still shines in us and from us to all living things that share our life. We will awaken with them, absolving all the world from what we thought it did to us. For it is we who make the world as we would have it. Now we choose that it be innocent, devoid of any lacks of love, and open to freedom for all life. And we lay our saving blessing on it as we say, the peace of God is shining in me now. Let all things shine upon me in that peace, and let me bless them with the light in me. Hi, Asha.
That was
Hi,
beautiful,
Asha.
Karen. What a beautiful lesson for 2 days in a row. I love it.
It just,
Me
and like I said, it
too.
just keeps building on this same, strong idea that whatever is, when we've been given all these gifts,
Yeah.
we have so much to give, and we stingily hold it like this instead of just opening our hands and letting it flow out. It's like, oh, I've got these gifts and I'm so grateful I've got all these gifts, but what do? We need to share those gifts with everyone, everywhere, in every opportunity. And that's what these lessons are. So I think they're such a blessing.
They really are. Exciting.
Because the
Okay.
world doesn't think that way. This is not we're not taught that. We're not conditioned or programmed to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
We're taught, if you've got a cookie, break it in half and give half to give half to your friend, right? And now you have less, and you're sharing it. But when we realize that we have everything, and we're giving from that place of complete abundance,
Mhm.
we're never afraid to give.
Right. So beautiful. And welcome, Asha. I know Karen said that, but so good to see your face. So let's go to our chanting and put our chanting hands on. That's the first one. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Karen, please share about this.
Okay, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions, illness, and allergies be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gan Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center. Feel that energy of release, the energy of freedom, the energy of just being cocooned in God's love, because that is the only thing that's real. Is only love and light. Just breathe that in. Say to yourself, only love and light are welcome here. Everything else we thought was a barrier or an obstacle, just illusions. And we're going to fly high on that vibration and welcome in Isabel coming in to chat with us tonight. Hi, sweet Isabel. So we're going to our next chant, which is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, would you talk about this one, please?
Yes, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Charlie will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Ho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Ho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Kyo.
Namyo Renge
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Yo,
Kyo.
Kyo.
yo,
Namyo
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
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 Kyo.
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Namyo
Kyo.
Namyo
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Kyo,
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Yo,
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge
Ho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Yo, Rito,
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Yo,
Renge
Myoho Renge
Yo,
Kyo.
Rito,
Nam Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Rito,
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Rito,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Yo,
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Let's go back into our hearts. This time, pull in that energy flow of light, surround yourself with it. Every night we chant Om 3 times and then stay in your heart for a moment, pulling in all that beautiful love and light, and then we'll give it to the world. So take a deep breath in and join us for the chanting of Om. 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 All right. So let's hold that love in our heart. Prepare to give it away. Let's breathe in love, and breathe out love. In again, and breathe out peace. And see peace falling on our world like a warm blanket. Om Shanti Shanti.
Shanti,
Peace. Peace.
peace, peace, peace.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight. And every night we make a declaration, don't we, Christine?
Yeah, I am on the with the feather and peace on. Okay. and be kind to everyone else. 1, 2, 3.
We
We
declare
declare that
And
there
That
is
there is peace on earth,
and
and
we
we
declare
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 that peace begins inside of us.
inside us. So it is.
so it is.
Forever, forever. Amen.
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 And we've been doing this as a group that created a movement, and the group is known as the
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 peace.
peace for
Peace
peace.
for Peace. Yes, and we've been doing this for 1,151 days now, and counting. And if Auntie Jean were here, she'd be telling me that I'm a P, me,
Yep.
Polly,
And I'm a P.
B.
Mama
I
P's a
am a
P,
P.
Christine is a crispy P,
Yes.
and we have Karen P, and Asha P, and Gracie P.
Yeah.
We have Isabel P, and we have Marlene P, who we don't know where it is tonight,
Yeah.
but we have Marlene P. And all the other P's. We have P's in all the countries, all over the world.
Yeah.
And if Auntie Jean were here, she'd be saying, wouldn't it
Not a
be
Wouldn't
day.
the
you
P
like to be a P
The
too?
P. True.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Charlie. And we do have our Gracie here.
And how are you all? And we know each night that the hills are
The why.
alive with the
The
sound
sound
of
of
Chanting.
chanting,
and the sprinkling of
sprinkling of
The peace.
peace,
and the
And the
smile
smile
The
on
faces.
faces.
The
because peace is
you
coming
come
Around the
around
corner
around
when we
When we
chant.
chant,
and
peace
peace is coming
It's
around the
around the
corner
corner
when we
when we
chant.
chant.
when we chant.
Chant.
Peace is coming around the
Around the
corner. We see
corner.
smiles on
Smiles on
on
people's
people's
Faces.
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 is
Peace is coming
Down
around the
around the
corner
corner
when
corner
we
when
when
we
chant.
we
chant.
chant.
So it's gone.
And be kind.
thank you.
You so much love, everyone. I love that we just keep going and keep going like the Energizer Bunny. We haven't heard to stop yet. So come back
Mm-mm.
tomorrow and join us again. And love you, and we leave you.
Namaste,
Stay
y'all.
on.
Oh,
Good night.
Night.
Good night,
Night.
good
wherever you
night,
may
good morning,
be.
good afternoon,
Bye,
wherever you
everyone.
are.
Bye.